Guys, welcome back. This is Kagome here. We are on part five of Witch's Choice. So I almost unalived us in the last part. So we just got captured by Rikish's child. I don't know her name. She's just a scary lady. She told us that we could take a chocolate to calm our nerves before, they probably gobble us up. So we have three choices. We could either decline the chocolate, we could pretend to eat one, or we could just eat it, call it a day. Honestly, I want to pretend to eat one. I don't trust eating one. I don't trust it. I'm scared. It may unalive us. We'll have to start over. I also don't want to decline it because she might get mad and she'll unalive us. So let's pretend to eat one. You pick one of the chocolates from the tray. Thank you, you say, with a smile. Holding the chocolate in your face, you turn into a nearby painting of a woman tied to a post, being fired while monsters dance around her. Oh, that's creepy. That is 1000% creepy. I could not do it. Mm-mm, mm-mm. What a fine painting, you say. Oh, it is fine enough, I suppose, says Grendel. That's her name. Sorry about that, Grendel. I'm not good with names, but at least I remember what you look like. You take a step towards the painting, keeping your back to Grendel. You then make as though swallowing the chocolate, but instead you slip it down your sleeves. It rolls down and settles near your elbow. You turn while chewing with your mouth closed, making a bit of a show of it. After a few smacks of your lips, you say, "It is a tasty chocolate. I feel better. Thank you." She smiles. "Perhaps you'll scream less. I do not enjoy the shouting and crying as much as my brothers and sisters do." Oh, you are creepy. I love it. Weird. She motions towards the tray. Another? No, thank you, you say. Oh, so we did good. We did good. She whispers a word. The tentacles retract back with the chocolates in the box closed. Hmm. Now, Ruth, I have heard a few things about you. I know of your gifts and those of your uncle. Tell me more about yourself, she says. We're going to pause. What do you mean you know about my uncle? First of all, where is he? I've been looking for this man the whole time. He is not here. Where is my uncle? You're going to upset me, Grendel, and now I want to fight you. But let's continue. You really would rather not. You need to find your uncle before he is sacrificed. Although the more you talk to this creature, the more likely you will inadvertently anger her, and you're quite certain you don't want to do that. On the other hand, perhaps a little conversation will ingratiate her into you, and maybe you can learn something. So, what do you do? I 100% agree, Ruthie. Um, I don't want to excuse myself because I'm not trying to unalive us so early in the game. But I do want to know a little bit more about Grendel. I have been really thinking about that. I want to know more. Okay, I will talk to this creature you think. She wants to know more about you. You'd rather not talk about your witch powers. After all, that appears to be why her father wants to gobble you up. You come from Boston and you have some quirky family members, particularly your uncle. Also, you have some interests, including dancing and fishing. What do you talk about? All right, I know Grendel don't want to know nothing about Boston. I know Grendel may not want to know anything about her interests, but I'm pretty sure she's going to want to know a little bit more about her family. About myself, you say? Thoughtfully. Well, I'm an only child. My dad, unalived when I was little. Other than my mom, my favorite relative is my uncle. Oh, Ruthie girl, I am so sorry about your papa. I am so sorry. That makes me sad. That that makes me so sad. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Girl. Girl. I'm sorry. The one that Rakish is about to consume? Grendel asked. So he did get caught in the last episode. Okay, okay. Okay. I wonder which one of the brothers or sisters captured him. I want to know what happened. Maybe if I play the second volume, we'll know. Maybe. Yes, that would be him, you say. One time, last summer actually, I woke up Uncle John from a nap because he promised to take me fishing. Well, he forgot to put on his pants. I'm dead. He lives in that useless little town across the water, doesn't he? She asked, cutting you off. Her smile is fading. Yeah, Ruthie. She wants to know more about your family powers, and you can't give that to her because you're still new to this. Wow. Yes, that's the town you say. Turns out the town is a bit more interesting than I thought. Possibly evil, though. I'm from Boston, and where is that? She cuts you off. Is that a city? Her smile returns. I don't trust you, girl. I don't trust you at all. Just then, one of the doors to the hallway opens, and a man in a green robe steps in. He takes one look at Grendel and spins on his heels as though to leave. He hesitates and peers over his shoulder at you. His mouth twitches, and he turns to face the two of you, seemingly unsure what to do. He knows I don't belong here, you think. Grendel sees oblivious to the cultist and launches questions about Boston at you. In Boston, my favorite thing to do is to go to concerts and dance, you say. A concert? What is this? Asks Grendel excitedly. The cultists take a few hesitant steps into the room. Excuse me, mighty Grendel, he says. What? Grendel swings towards the cultist. Oh my gosh. Wow, 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 girl. I am sorry to interrupt. It is just that this girl is, the man shouts in pain. Talking to me? Says Grendel with gritted teeth. This girl and I are having an interesting discussion, and you are indeed sorry to interrupt. Oh, okay, Mama Grendel, go ahead. Go ahead, girl. There is a hissing sound. Food coloring spurts out of the eyes of and the mouth of the cultist. He puts his hands to his face and he lets out a ragged scream. He then falls to the floor, convulses a few times, and then is still. Grendel, I'm so glad that wasn't me. I don't think my little heart could take it. But he was indeed rude. He really was. He knew better. You've been serving this girl for how long now? Yeah. You, you. I don't want to say you deserve that type of, unalivement, but next time, just leave. Wait till they're done talking. You could have saved your own skin. Grendel turns back to you. You were telling me what a concert is. Girl, a concert is when you go see one of your favorite musicians or singers or rappers, and you got to pay some expensive money to get them good seats. And then they play all of their favorite songs, and then they play a couple of your favorite songs, and you just have a ball. You have a good time. But there's a lot of people. But I think you might like that information a little more. You continue telling Grendel about city life. You barely touched on one subject before she asked you about another. Grendel might have ADHD, guys. What do they wear? She asked. Oh, all sorts of things, you say. Well, at least the women wear a variety of the clothes. The men tend to wear. Show me, she says, interrupting you. Come with me. Ooh. She motions at you to follow her as she clacks over to a far wall. Grendel waves her hand over the wall, and a door appears. She opens it to reveal a closet full of all manner of clothing. I've been collecting these from my father's offerings for many years. She nods towards the clothes. I should imagine most of this is old fashioned now. When I go to Boston, I will take a body, but I do not want to look like a fool. Ma'am, ma'am, ma'am. Oh, our girl Grendel is a fashionista. We love it here. You hear a door open. You turn to see another cultist walk into the room. You recognize him. He's the tall, robed man from the town who was hunting you. You spied on him through the grate to the tunnels. Okay, let's go. He heads over to the dead cultist on the floor and sighs. Well, that explains where Belmont went off to. He turns to Grendel. You need to stop doing that. He then turns to look over at you, and a slow smile spreads across his face. Well, now, what are you doing here? Ruth and I are visiting, says Grendel. Oh, you're visiting, he says with a sneer. Do you realize that is the witch from the one from the prophecy? You're visiting with the one who would destroy us? This is Efrit, one of my brothers, says Grendel. Oh, we meet another one of the siblings. Yippee. One of her brothers, you think? That means he's one of the children of Resketh. Oh, yeah, Ruthie. She said that's her brother. She says she's the daughter of Resketh. That's I have to remember you are a 16-year-old girl. You're 16. I get it. Brain development is not quite there yet. So I cannot be as angry at you. Pleased to meet you, you say with a curtsy. You don't know what else to say. Well, I'm not pleased to meet you, witch, says Alfred. Grendel, the ceremony is about to begin. Our father will need this one. I will take her now. I'd rather she stayed for a while, says Grendel. I enjoy her company. Okay, pause. Sorry for all the pauses. First of all, Sir Alfred, you called me a witch like you called me a witch as if a slur. And I know you kind of meant it like that, but you are disrespectful, and I hope we unalive you first when we get out of here. I hope you're the first one gone. Grendel, I'm growing to like you a little bit. You still scare me, girl. Just a little bit. I don't trust that chocolate. You still scare me, but mm, I would rather you alive than your brother right now. But let's continue. I'd rather she stays here for a while, says Grendel. I enjoy her company. Oh, I enjoy your company too, girl. We can go out and shop, go around the town, catch a little movie, stay up and watch TV all night, do whatever. I like you. Her company? No doubt she's here to save her uncle. Too bad for her. She's earned the pit along with the others. Oh, rude. He grins at you. Brave and stupid girl. He returns his attention to Grendel. As for you, you are just as stupid. If my brothers, any of them, were to call me stupid like that, I'd probably cry. I'd cry and I'd be so upset with them. I'd have to, I'd want to fight them. But Fritz, you are a disrespectful and rude brother. I would hate to have you as my sibling. Absolutely not. No. Mm-mm. Me and you, we ain't cool. There's a tension between the children of Resketh. You have no siblings of your own, but your friend Hetty fights with her brother and sister all the time. Maybe you could find a way to urge this fight on. Escalated with a few choice words. On the other hand, these seem like powerful beings, and maybe you should stay out of it. Let things take its course. Finally, there's the most aggressive of tactics, which is to attack. Although you can hardly call Grendel an ally, Efrit is downright hostile. Maybe it makes sense to blast him now. Okay, first of all, before we even get to the three choices, um, Ruthie, I love you. I feel kind of glad, but kind of sad that you are an only child. I I love having siblings. I love it. I love it so much. My siblings are awesome, whether they feel like it or not. They're pretty cool. I love having siblings. I just wish I had an older sister because I'm the oldest girl out of all of my siblings. um I wish there was a older me to teach me the ropes when I was growing up. But I'm okay with that. I'm okay with not having an older sister. Um, Having siblings is like having your first set of best friends. For me, anyway. Um, we are all not the same age. We're actually various years apart. And I care about them. I love them very much so. But Ruthie, you have a bestie. You have a bestie who loves you and she cares about you. And I'm pretty sure if you were going to Hetty's house and hanging out with her siblings, then you can understand and know what it feels like to have siblings. Because you don't treat Hetty as your friend, you treat her as your sister. So I don't want to say by blood you have siblings, but by choice and by friendship and community, you have a sibling, you have a sister. Anyways, sorry about the side tangent. That was just really important to me. Let's continue. Um, so the three choices that we have is we can encourage them to fight, we can stay out of it, or we can blast Everett. It'll cost 2 mana, and we're kind of low on mana and low on life. I don't want to be an instigator to this. Um, so I think I kind of want to stay out of it. I don't want to encourage them to fight because I might lose some sanity, I might lose some cooling, I might lose my life, and then they might join together and be like, "Shut up, girl, stay out of it." So we could just stay out of it. No, we just lost 2 life. Oh, but let me read. Let me read. How dare you call me stupid? Says Grendel. What else can I call you? You're chatting with our daughter's food, with our father's food, says Afrit. Do you actually think she wants to carry on with you? She's waiting for her chance to stab you in the back. Okay, you know what, Afrit? I, uh, I get you. You are the logical sibling. I get it. I get it. Okay, yeah. I don't dislike you as much, but still, but still, don't call me stupid. I know I make stupid choices, but don't call me stupid. That's rude. Grendel turns to you. Is that true? Do you not like me? You feel a sudden pain in your head, and your nose bleeds out into the floor. You look up, and you see a green glow in Grendel's otherwise dark eyes. I do like you, you guys. You hate this place, and so do I. Oh, thank you. Thank you. The pain recedes. Ruth and I were enjoying each other's company before you barged in, says Grendel. Oh, please, do not play the fool, roars Efrit. You will give me respect, brother, yells Grendel. She then launches herself at her friend. Guys, guys, guys. I just oh my gosh. Wow. Um I don't know if y'all are understanding this or anything, but I am thoroughly enjoying this. I love fast, soppy stories like this. Love it so much. I I love visual novels that make me think. I love when they're dumb. I love when they're silly. I love when they just go out of the field. They just make my day because it gives me something to think about. A Frit's body suddenly transforms into a human shaped mass of green fluid. Ew. Ew, that's gross. Grendel transforms into what appears to be a demon. Fangs, claws, and horns. Oh, oh, are they about to fight? Grendel claws into the viscous body, spattering green slime up against the wall. She screams as steam rises from her claw. The green slime quickly shifts into another body. It's Grendel in her human form. Stop this, bellows Grendel. Oh, and then brother, you go use me against me? Yeah, we absolutely gotta go head for head, blow for blow. I'd have to fight you. I'd have to fight you. Grendel snarls and lunges at her double with blinding speed. The shapeshifter leaves back, just avoiding Grendel's claw. It glares at you for a moment and then dissolves back into his green slime form. You decide that this is a fine time to make your exit. You sprint up the stairs. The lights sputter out and you trip on a step, banging your knee. Snarls and crashes sound from the blue room below. You get up and you run up to the top of the stairway. There's a door and you press through it. You are now standing in a hall with dozens of doors. You look back in surprise. There's no more door anymore. As Resketh dreams, the house shifts, you think. Oh yeah, because that's what Auntie told us last time. Mm-hmm. Or no. Was it the guy in the green robe that we met before we went to go see Grendel? Okay. You decide that you can no longer count on your sight to guide you. You shut your eyes. Uncle, where are you? You think. You stand there, concentrating on the image of your uncle and calling in your mind. You're not sure how long it is before you hear him. He's closer than he sounded before, also, although still distant. With your eyes still shut, you shuffle forward, following the voice. Eventually, you feel a hard surface. You open your eyes to find a door. You open it and you peer inside. Is our uncle going to be in here? Inside is a room dimly lit by a brazier full of burning coals hanging from the ceiling. Ruth, squinting, you follow the sound of the familiar voice. Uncle John sits near the center of the room, tied to a chair. Oh my gosh. When your eyes meet, he smiles. Yes! Oh my gosh, we found you finally, Uncle John. Oh my gosh, yes. We were so freaking worried about you. Sir, I have so many questions. I have so many freaking questions. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yay, 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 yay. Okay. Okay, sorry guys. I'm so freaking happy for them. I'm so happy. Ruth, very well done getting here. You glance around. I thought there were others. He shakes his head. No, they've already been taken to the temple already. In an urgent whisper, he adds, we must hurry. The brothers will be back any moment. What about the traps, you say? This is a treacherous place. You peer around the shadowy room. No traps. John shakes his head. Surely they never expected anyone to find me. What do you do? Oh, ooh, okay, chat. We have three choices. We can untie him, we can question him, or we can examine him. I I have an eerie sinking suspicion that this is not really our uncle, but I have a feeling that Reshkeeth can, since he can manipulate the rooms and everything in his mind, he can also take it. How do I explain this? He can also manifest. There we go. He can also manifest, you know, visions and dreams of other people that are in his house. He can like peer into your mind without you even knowing and then manifest, whatever it is that you care deeply about. So we're gonna examine him. We're gonna examine him because I don't trust it. Ah, beautiful. The whole situation seems too easy. Yes, I was just explaining that. You tighten your grip on the hammer and you peer at the man at the chair. Dark brown eyes stare back at you. His glasses are missing. But that isn't the strange thing. What is it, Ruth? We should hurry. You step back. The Uncle John you know has green eyes. Yes! Where is he? Near, he smiles. You have a talent, Ruth, to have gotten so close, but your prophecy will not be fulfilled. What are you, you ask? Little Ruth, he sneers. You fooled my idiot sister, not me. I'm going to enjoy unaliving you. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! y'all, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I almost fell for it. I almost fell for it. I almost fell for him unaliving us. Is this no? This shouldn't be a frit. Is it? I don't know. Maybe it is. Let's keep reading though. It said doppelganger, a frit. Yes, I was right. You realize. Evidently, he escaped Grendel and set this trap. Oh, he moves fast. He's quick. Oh, that's creepy. He shakes his head. I would have loved to unalive you wearing this face. Unfortunately, I will have to make do. Okay, whatever. His entire body quivers until it seems as though he's nothing more than a boneless mass. Sickly green fluid drips down from the chair legs, puddling on the floor. You take another step back. Your palms sweat against the wooden handle of the hammer. What do we do? I, mm, we're just gonna have to use mana. Striking him is not gonna do anything, and we might lose more life. Us stepping back, we can only step back for so much. So we're gonna use mana. You aim a powerful shockwave at the melting doppelganger, but what leaves your hand is more of a gentle breeze. The thing in the chair gives a burling laugh. The green gasoline smelling pool around its feet oozes towards you. Oh, we should have stepped back. Dang. Okay, so we kind of used the mana point for nothing. Dang. Your eyes fall on the brazier hanging overhead. It might be too high for you to reach with the little hammer, but it's the best idea you have. Jumping as high as you can, you bang the hammer against the edge of the brazier. Ooh, okay, yes, we got more cool points. I love that. Glowing coals spill out on the floor, and a few of them roll into the spreading pool of green fluid. Sheets of blue flame climb over the doppelganger. Father is awakening! It shouts. And then the creature shrieks as the flames consume it. Oh! You turn around to see a new door take shape. Without hesitation, you cross the room, turn the knob, and walk through. The door leads you to what seemed to be an attic. You whirl around to look back into the doppelganger's room, but you only find a blank wall. Ruth? A small section of the attic has been divided off from the rest of the iron bars. Uncle John stands there on the other side of the ceiling door, looking at you in wonder. It's some kind of red paint, a semicircle of arcane symbols have been scrawled on the floor around the bars. Where did you come from? You glance again at the blank wall behind you. I'm not sure. Two other prisoners sit in the cell with your uncle, a middle aged woman and a boy about your age. Both of them look tired and despondent. Oh no. Isn't there a guard? You whisper. Uncle John shakes his head. Most of the brethren are preparing down in the temple, but they won't be gone for long. What do you do? I'm gonna talk to you. I don't trust it. I don't. I don't trust this at all. Do you know where the key is? You ask, keeping your voice low. Uncle John points to the desk. Top drawer on the left. You open the drawer and you dig through a jumble of paper clips and rubber bands. Mm. They've been doing this for a long time, Uncle John says, here and there. They send us to their god Resketh in the hopes that our powers will awaken him. It isn't here, you whisper. Try the other one. At the front edge of the second drawer, you find a large iron key. The order has never tried to sacrifice on this scale. They could do it this time. Uncle John reaches for his missing glasses, then lets his hand fall back to his side. You unlock the cell door. Not tonight, they won't. We'll be out in a few minutes. Oh, yes, ma'am. Okay, okay. Uncle John steps out of the cell. Thank you, Ruth. He points down at the symbol scrawled on the floor. Outside this barrier, we can cast our spells. Not that it matters much, you say. Magic works strangely here. Let's just get out of here. We can't let this continue, says Uncle John. The Order will keep sacrificing our kind, and one day they may actually succeed in raising rich kids. A rumble passes through the house, and the walls around you seem more real now. What is that? Uncle John peers at the ceiling. The boy in the corner rocks himself. That always happens when he stops dreaming, he whispers. They get his attention, and then they take someone down to the temple. Only this time, they're taking all of us. On cue, you hear footsteps on the stairs. 3 pairs at least. Oh, gosh. Listen to me, Ruth, Uncle John says in a rushed whisper, his green eyes boring into yours. I know how to stop them. There's a relic of the heart of the temple beneath the house. If we take it, Reshketh will not rise. A cultist pushed the trapdoor open. When he sees the prisoners out of their cells, his eyes widen. They're out! He takes the dagger from his belt and steps into the attic, followed by 4 others. Before you can call out a warning, Uncle John shouts a word in a language you don't recognize. The 5 green-robed men stop in their tracks. They stare blankly, as though they were nothing more than empty bodies. If Reshkith isn't dreaming, the house is stable and your magic will work normally, Uncle John says. Go and get the relic through the cellar. Be careful. The man with the dagger blinks, then glances around. He still seems groggy, but he's waking up quickly, and so are the 4 others. What do you do? Um, sorry, Uncle. You told me to dip. I will listen to you. We gonna leave. You nod quickly. You never knew your uncle to be wrong. If he says he can hold him off, he can. Before the cultists can recover, you duck through the trapdoor and you run down the stairs. Oh, thank goodness. Though the noise from upstairs should have drawn any other cultist to the attic, the house seems to be pretty empty. Uncle John and the others should have no trouble getting out. Once you reach the bottom of the stairs, you hear low rumbles of voices chanting. You follow the sound, certain it will lead you to the Order's temple. You find a downward staircase at the end of the corridor. Though the rest of the house is wooden, these steps are solid stone. From the rounded edges and the worn indentations, you guess that the stairs are very old, perhaps even older than the village. A cool breeze wafts up from the stairs, carrying it the sounds of chanting. You take a deep breath, you let it out slow, and start down the stairs. Ooh, look at those spooky people. The stairs seem to go on forever, the air growing cooler as you descend. You feel the weight of the earth above your head, tons of stone and soil. You walk a little faster. The straight paths become a spiral staircase, winding deeper, and at the bottom of it, you finally find an enormous cave. Dozens of men and women in robes kneel before a round pit, all of them chanting in unison. Below the middle of the pit, as though suspended in air, is an altar, on which sits a set of stone tentacles that holds what must be the relic. A creepy head carved from stone. There is a narrow walkway over the pit leading to the altar. Oh my gosh, gang. Oh wow. Oh, that's creepy. As you try to think of a way past the cultists, your eyes fall on a nearby shelf holding a few spare robes. If you disguise yourself, you might make it to the altar, but getting back out will be tricky. Another option is to try to create illusion to distract the cultists. An illusion would cost you mana, but distinctly you feel that you can imagine something and make it real to others. I don't want to use all our mana. Hmm. I might. I don't know, Chain. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. We should maybe use the disguise. Mm, Hmm. I just, I don't know. I don't know. This is such a hard decision because I don't want to use all the mana, but we can use 2 mana for invisibility, but we can use 4 mana for the illusion, or we could just do the disguise. But I am so afraid. Well, if we do the disguise, we could just lose some sanity. Oh God. Well, I might unalive us in this episode. We have a lot of cool points. We have a lot of sanity, but our life just decreased by 4. They might just unalive us. You grab a green robe from the shelf and you pull it over your head. Not the first time. You wish you were taller. Though you managed to cinch up the skirt long enough to keep from tripping over the hem. The sleeves are far too long. Ooh. You pull the hood up, folding your arms inside the sleeve, and make your way through the kneeling, chanting crowd. As you near the edge of the pit, you make the mistake of looking down and immediately get a sense of falling into the endless darkness. Oh, God. You take a step away from the edge and you keep your eyes on the relic as you continue the altar. Up close, you can see the details in the relic stone face. The malevolent eyes and sharp toothed sneer gives an impression of sentience. And you like nothing more than to toss the thing into the pit. Is that Rich Kid? It might be. Oh, you know what? It might be him. Back! A voice barks. No one approaches the great Rich Kid. Yep, I knew it. A heavy hand falls on your shoulder and you're pulled around. Beneath the cloak is a middle aged man. You recognize him from the town. He's one of the councilmen who also ran the tackle and bait shop. Oh, Lord. You! His eyes widen in shock. You swing your hammer, slamming him in the chin. He grunts, pulls a dagger, and slashes you across your neck. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. You hit him with the hammer again, this time on the side of the head. Oh, gosh. He tumbles into the pit. Oh, sorry, Mr. Guy. We had to unalive you. You just had to unalive us. Sorry, my dude. You gotta go. The relic is lighter than it looks, but it's large enough that you need both hands to lift it. The moment it leaves the altar, the chamber begins to rumble. You hear a shout behind you. Across the pit, the cultists are getting to their feet. The chamber rumbles again, freeing sprinkles of dust and stone shards from the domed ceiling. The cultists look around in confusion, but you're sure it's only a matter of time before they swarm you. You can hit them with a shockwave. There's a lot of them though, so you'll have to muster a lot of power to clear the way. Another option is to try to use that charm spell you saw your uncle use earlier. The one that puts a cultist in a trance for a few seconds. And then of course there's the option to run. We're not using all of our mana, and we don't have enough for the charm. We're gonna run. No! No! Oh Lord! Never mind. Oh my gosh. Ah! Oh my gosh. Dad. I I say I like Ruthie, but I'm trying to unalive the girl. Our life just decreased by 3 points. You clutch the relic to your chest, then duck your head and hunch your shoulders to make yourself as small as possible. You run around the edge of the pit. The ground quakes under your feet, making you lose your balance. As you teeter at the edge of the pit, you try to look anywhere but its endless depths. You regain your footing and you run towards the stairs, weaving through the crowd. You feel hands brush over your back as in arms as the cultists try to grab you. Soon after you pass the halfway point, a sharp cold pain slices across your back, a few inches below your shoulder blades. Fruit coloring flows from the cut, warm and thick, soaking your shirt and making it stick to your lower back. Alas, you succumb to your wounds and your collapse. The last thing you see before leaving this world is the god of death grinning at you. Oh Lord. Guys, we're gonna have to. So I unalived us. We we're gone. We're gone. I did bad. So I'm gonna stop the video here, and I'm gonna try to catch us up to where we were before. Wow, what an adventure we just had. Ruthie girl, I am so sorry. I unalived you so bad. I have mistreated you throughout this whole process. And for that, honey, I am so sorry, my dear. I am so sorry. But thanks guys for hanging out with me. I truly appreciate it. This is Princess Kagome signing out, and I'll see you guys later. Ciao.